Hello, I'm Daniel Harper. Welcome to TMN Television on Thursday, December 5th, our last show of the semester. Tonight, we take a look at difficulties students encounter while trying to start clubs or organizations. We also check out this semester's Best Of and another installment of Real People. Don't forget to stay tuned for our Truman Sport Update. These stories and more on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this. Some Truman State University students have found starting an on-campus organization to be more difficult than first thought, posing problems for students who want to start an organization. In an effort to start a veggie club on campus, Jimmy Clemens said he faced multiple issues with starting his organization. The Union and Involvement Services denied the Veggie Club because of its mission as a vegetarian and vegan advocacy group. It was thought to pose a health risk to students. Clemens says the Veggie Club was told during their hearing that recommending a change in lifestyle or a change in diet without a certified nutritionist was out of the realm of what an organization could do. Clemens says he thought it was unfair to deny his organization for its mission statement, but allow others to operate that are also advocating changes that could hypothetically cause health or physical risks, such as the Environmental Campus Organization. Zach Dwyer, leader of the Round Neck Club, found the process to become an organization lengthy, and it requires a lot of paperwork. His experience starting the organization proved to be more difficult than he initially thought. Hog Creek Classics is a food truck in Kirksville that started up this summer. The food that's available includes pulled pork sandwiches, pork nachos, 3 cheese nachos, taco cup, and cookie dough. Aaron Zintz, owner and operator, says he didn't do any prior research about the need for food trucks in the area, but still sees a decent amount of traffic, especially during weekdays and around lunchtime. Zintz bases the operation days around his full-time job. The food truck is always in the Express Mart parking lot located at the corner of East Jefferson and North Baltimore Streets, and Zintz says he doesn't plan to move to other locations. Kirksville has the highest number of employment in Adair County. There's a mix of big businesses and ones that are locally owned. Anastasia Tiedemann, small business counselor at Missouri Rural Enterprises and Innovation Center, says Kirksville has a variety of restaurants, but there isn't a lot of competition for food trucks. She says that as long as a person is creative and has a good marketing strategy, they have the potential to become successful. The JED Committee at Truman State University has been making progress toward its goals as outlined in the strategic plan. The extended deadline to add drop classes was implemented this fall, allowing students more time to balance their schedules and wellness. Policies about taking and returning from leaves of absence have also been updated and are pending approval from the administration. Self-Care Sundays is a JED Committee initiative that began earlier this fall. These monthly sessions focused on topics such as life purpose, goal setting, and learning self-care skills. The meetings concluded with a brief period of relaxation yoga led by Robert Donahue. Self-Care Sunday has currently been placed on hold due to personal student wellness issues, but it is expected to resume in the spring. While many students know Kirksville as a city with many education opportunities, what they might not know is that Truman also attracts hundreds of hunters and fishers every season. Kirksville Tourism Director Debbie Botten says hunting and fishing are important tourism draws for the city. While fishing opportunities are available throughout the year, Botten says hospitality usually fills up right before the hunting season. There are 32 hunting and fishing sites across northeast Missouri, which includes Putnam, Schuyler, Scotland, Sullivan, Adair, Knox, Lynn, and Macon counties. Major draws for the area include a variety of fish, wild turkey, and squirrels, but Botten says the local white-tailed deer bring in the biggest crowd for the hunting season. Hunting and fishing are so popular in Kirksville that they have become an industry the city has started to make accommodations for. With 9 hunting and fishing sites located in Adair County alone, the city has had to make some adjustments to ensure there is enough space for the visiting population and that they have everything they need. Botten says she worked with the Enterprise Rent-A-Car Company to get more trucks and SUVs available in Kirksville for the hunters to rent. There is also the Blessing of the Hunt event hosted by a Cornerstone Church. In this event, the church prays for a successful hunting season and the safety of the hunters. Next up, we have our Truman weather forecast. Stay tuned after the break for our Truman Sports Update.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
For the first time in Truman football history, the Bulldogs will take the field in the month of December, as they will face Ohio Dominica in the inaugural America's Crossroads Bowl on Saturday afternoon in Hobart, Indiana. The bowl game will pit the Great Lakes Valley Conference and the Great Midwest Athletic Conference against each other. It is the first postseason game for Truman since the 1994 Division II playoffs. The Bulldogs played in NCAA playoffs in 1982, 1990, 1992, and 1994. It will also be the third bowl game in school history after the first two appearances, 1961 Mineral Water Bowl and the 1980 Shrine Classic. The Truman men's basketball team lost to both Grand Valley State University and Davenport University last weekend. In the first half against GVSU, Truman scored 34 points to GVSU's 42 points. Truman followed close behind GVSU in the second half with just 1 point less than their 43 points. But in the end, Truman fell by a score of 76 to 85. On Saturday, the Bulldogs were down by 6 after the first half against Davenport University. The team continued to lag behind in the second half, losing 75 to 85. Assistant coach Austin Macbeth says he thought the team did better at shooting three-pointers this past weekend than it has previously. However, it's not where it needs to be. The Bulldogs' record for the season is now 1-3. Macbeth says he's hoping the players don't quit and instead learn from the losses. He says at the end of the day, the team gets better when they play really tough teams. Truman State University women's ultimate frisbee team, known as Tsunami, had a successful fall season. Playing in 3 tournaments, they finished in second place twice. In their final tournament, during the first weekend of November, they finished in 7th place out of 24 teams, including some Division I schools, such as Mizzou, Kansas State, and Nebraska. Throughout the 2019 season, Tsunami has finished first in the South Central Division III Conference. They also finished 4th in the nation out of 87 teams. Sarah Finley says the team hopes to make it to nationals at the end of the year, but ultimately, the team's main goal is recruitment and retainment. This has been your Truman Sports Update. Be sure to stay tuned after the break for Real People and this semester's Best Of.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Tonight, we take a look at our newest installment of our recurring series, Real People with Sam Elkins. This week's film is Knives Out.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Real People. This is episode 9, Knives Out review, the one that I've been waiting for the longest time. I'm very excited. I'm the host of Real People, Sam Elkins, and I'm joined today by 2 lovely guests, Griffin Roster and Meg Stewart. Today's video is spoiler-free, so if you've not seen the movie, feel free to continue. Alright, so, right off the bat, initial thoughts, Knives Out. What did you guys think?
I loved it.
I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good.
What are some things you guys liked about the film?
I loved the cast. I thought the cast was really good.
The casting was impeccable. Every single person really brought a depth to all the characters, regardless of how little screen time they may have had or otherwise. Were there any standouts to you, you think?
Definitely Chris Evans. Being able to go from Captain America, a character we loved and was just a standout guy and a Boy Scout, to his character in this movie, who is
a trust
everything but that.
Spoiled kid. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to see. Ana de Armas, like, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
killed it as Marta. She was the biggest standout in my opinion. There are just like moments where, like throughout the film, a lot of times where she can have her eyes well up like immediately, and it's like really impressive. I'm like, I could never.
I very much liked how anytime like you had a question, like what does this mean, they would answer it, but that just left you with 2 or 3 more questions, like, okay, I know this now, but what does that mean?
I thought they did a really nice job because they were dealing with some serious content, like there was a murder and, you know, the family's grieving, but the comedy they put in throughout was so nice, and it just made it really easy to watch and fun.
When you're talking about characters, you gotta think of Daniel Craig. That southern accent, how he pulled that off is very
shocked.
well. And his whole character of just this Sherlock Holmes, just type of he sees everything that's going on and is able to deduce everything. And then how it all comes to fruition is very interesting.
One thing with his accent, though, is, and maybe it's just me, I couldn't quite place where in the South. It was just like, maybe they just told Daniel Craig, be Southern, and didn't really give him another direction.
He definitely seems like he is a actual character from one of those murder mystery novels that you read, where it's just these overcomplicated murder plots, and he just thinks, oh, it's definitely these 50 things had to have happened for this to happen, and just how simplistic it could be. He doesn't really address it, which is perfect for that role.
And the setting for this film too, in that big mansion, that you know, there's a line in the beginning that Lakeith Stanfield's character has, where he's like, the guy lives in a clue board, and it's like, it's so funny because it really feels that way, because there's a study, and then there's like this bedroom, the kitchen, and like all these other different like distinct rooms, and like it has this almost gothic feel to it that really makes it's really like a big homage to this classic whodunits, while also cementing its own place as a classic whodunit, in my opinion. Overall, definitely my top 5 favorite films from 2019.
Overall, it was so fun. I definitely went in with one thought of how I thought it would turn out, and then it was completely different. I was so happy to be surprised, and it was just very fun. Go see it if you haven't, and then see it again, and then see it again a 3rd time for good measure.
Definitely see it. I think Rian Johnson should win for best screenplay. I think how well thought out the whole movie had to be for that to work. I think it definitely deserves some credit, and it was very effective at what it did.
Alright, so that's all the time we have today for Real People Episode 9 Knives Out Review. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Sam Elkins, this has been Griffin Roster and Meg Stewart. If you'd like to see the full spoilery version, you can check that out on TMN Television's YouTube page. Alright, thanks for watching.
This semester, our staff voted Best Video Package to Sir Baby Girl. Join reporter Shane Anspaugh as she talks about the musician KTRM brought to campus this fall.
KTRM brought up-and-coming electro-pop musician Sir Baby Girl to campus on October 3rd, featuring dance pop musician Nissa opening. The event was held in the Sub Down Under, and tickets were $5. KTRM station manager Monica Falone says it's exciting to see more minority representation in music and to bring someone to campus who's so new and on the upswing.
Wanted to see more representation for some different minority groups on campus, because in the indie scene right now, a lot of the best, most well-liked, well-received, and most innovative music is coming from artists that are part of different minority groups. So bringing Sir Baby Girl, who is a genderqueer, bisexual, sex-positive artist, was something that ticked a lot of the boxes for what people want to see and who's making good music right now.
Sir Baby Girl was one of the new selections for the music catalog at KTRM. The radio station kept tagging her on Instagram, and eventually her manager reached out to bring her to campus. KTRM made their own tickets and t-shirts, not for the specific concert due to copyright infringements, but in the Sir Baby Girl aesthetic. Fundraising for the concert was done through Truman Week. Assistant Promotion Director Evelyn Opper says Sir Baby Girl loves college radio and appreciated the time she got at Truman.
I do think it is really cool to have a campus radio station that might bring artists who are a little more underrepresented or just artists that are smaller and more indie. So I think we definitely bring a different lens on music that we bring here, but I don't think we should be the only people that bring music.
Sir Baby Girl recently had a Rolling Stones article about her and is currently on tour. She was able to perform at Truman because of a large donation made by a former KTRM DJ. KTRM plans to do more large concerts in the future. For TMN Television, I'm Shane Anspaugh.
This semester's Best Voiceover B-Roll was SAB's Harvest Fest, shot by reporter Anas Al-Hosni. This semester, we spotlight one senior, Bria Parnell, with an interview that ranges from what she's learned at Truman to her future plans.
I've been working at TMN TV for, I guess, 3.5 years. Altogether, it would have been 4 if I had stayed all the way up till but yeah, 4.5 years. So I started when I was a freshman, my fall semester of freshman year, the very beginning. It was the first organization I joined. The best memories I have are my last semester here, being executive producer, hanging out with the new people that we've gotten, hanging out with Gabby, being here, hanging out with Rachel, just creating friendships within the last year that I think are really valuable and really great. We also kind of put more of an emphasis on staff bonding now, and we're all a little more fun than it used to be. I think being here will definitely help me. I mean, just having a background in anything extra and interesting is always really good for transferable skills. I was executive producer and then I was assistant producer before, so I have leadership experience, which is really helpful in the future if I ever wanted to, become a manager of my job or something like that. I have managed people before. Also, just knowing how to edit your own videos, knowing how to film your own videos, knowing how to do all that other stuff could definitely help in the future for anything. I'm sure something will pop up where you're in a business and they're we need somebody to create a promotional video for this thing, and then you're just aha, I know how to do that. I don't know, I think the last year or so has been my best year being here. I think this is the friendships I've made just within last fall till now have really helped me be able to continue my education here at Truman specifically, and have also helped me grow as a person. So I think honestly, I don't don't want to talk about SAV, but joining the board really helped me, and it really helped me solidify friendships. The changes we made to TMN TV have really helped me, and I also feel like it's helped me solidify some friendships, which is like the most important thing to me. So honestly, yeah, like my favorite experience has just been the organizations I've been a part of. Going to like McDonald's late at night with my best friend. We just did that yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We do it a lot, but it was a lot of fun. Just doing dumb stuff like that and just being like a college student, just being like here, experiencing it for a while has been probably the best thing. Freshman year, I was a lot more like timid and like scared, because that's kind of how you are when you're a freshman. Like you come in here, you're away from your parents. I lived 3 hours away. Like I didn't know what to do. I was in this environment. I had a roommate for the first time ever. I don't even have siblings, so I was just like, I have to share my space with all these people I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. As you grow, you kind of start to learn more about who you are as a person. I still don't know, but you have like you get a better grasp of it as things go on. I got more comfortable as a reporter and as a videographer, and then I got more comfortable as a leader in the organization, and then I got more comfortable, and I continued to get more comfortable until it's just, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like I was just real scared before, and now I'm less scared. So that's pretty much it, I think. I don't really have anything for that. I currently have a short-term job with AmeriCorps City Year, and I'm gonna be like counseling kids and just like working with teachers to make sure kids are on track, and like it's like a high-risk environment. Like these kids are like a really high risk for dropping out and for not doing well in school and doing stuff like that. So I got that job to just like help kids do that, and that's in Kansas City, where I'm from. And then after that, because that goes until the summer, because that's when kids get out of school. After that, my plan is to maybe get like an internship over the summer or something, and then hopefully a real life job. I don't know. I'm doing everything very slowly. Eventually, I want to work with film festivals, and I want to promote movies. That's my ultimate goal in the future.
Bye, Bria.
Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM, pick up a copy of The Index, and look at Detours Magazine's latest adventure online. Don't forget to also check out our news content on tmn.truman.edu. You can also follow TMN on Facebook and Twitter for breaking news updates. And if you missed part of our broadcast tonight, check out TMN TV on YouTube. If you've ever thought about being on TV, be sure to head on over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us here at TMN, thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of the year.